What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Today we are going to show you guys about some yield farms and how to choose the right ones, guys, because I'm trying to make these videos as fast as I can, and some people are like, oh, what about this? Oh, what about this? Oh, what about this? Well, it's better if I teach you how to fish instead of giving you the fish itself. Anyways, guys, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you smash up the like, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification. That way you guys are notified every time we make a new one. Leave a comment below saying you subscribed. You'll automatically get thrown into a drawing to earn $100 in free BTC. All right, guys. So I'm going to try to make this video as simple and quick as possible. But first thing you need to do is figure out what farms there are. Well, they have a website called VFAT Tools. So VFAT Tools, it's literally VFAT.tools. It's literally exactly what it is. You can go onto this website and see the different chains that there are. So you can be like, all right, I'm going to go to all. It'll show you every single DeFi chain that there are, or not DeFi chain, but different yield farming thing there are. Or you can be like, nah, bro, I just want to go on Polygon. You can do that too. You can be like, nah, I just want to go on Harmony One. Really not a lot on Harmony One right now. Viper's pretty cool. Viper's like a Uniswap or like a Sushi Swap, or yeah, that's really all you need to know. You got XDAI, Bow, and Levin. They also have HoneySwap, but again, there's more than just what's listed on here. This is just like an initial starting point. But you guys can see the different tokens and the different changes or chains and different projects that they have. Ooh, dude, Monopoly. I'm going to look at this one. This one's pretty cool. Let's check this out. Monopoly. What is this? Monopoly. Oh, yeah. Finance is probably what it's going to be. All right. So, yeah, that's the main thing you guys want to know in general when you guys are looking at these things. That was probably the wrong one. So, I'll do various. And it'll give me the website right here. Monopolyfinance.xyz. Good stuff, man, right? All right. So, let's pull this up. Yeah, Monopoly Finance. Good stuff. Yeah, anyways, guys, that's how you can find these different farms. But there's one thing you guys have to keep in mind when you're looking into these farms. Be careful. Look into the Twitter pages. Look into the team. Look into the Telegram chat. Look for anything that has a hint of a scam, guys. You have to be careful with these new pools. And if you guys find one, do not bet the house or back up the truck on it. I mean, again, it's not financial advice, but even though it does look secure or it looks great, there still is risk of smart contract, or there is still smart contract risk or rug pulls or anything that can happen, guys. So you have to be careful. Like something like an Aave or a Sushi Swap, they're older, they're more proven, they're more understand. But yes, there is still risk. So it's like, oh snap, well, should I use it? And then you have things like Polycake, or you have things like Polycat, or you have Iron Finance. There's so many different ones out there, guys. You just have to be careful in the ones that you're choosing. As you guys can see, there's a list of a ton of different ones. And you can also go to rugdoctor.com or dot, no, it's rug.doctor, I believe, or rugdoctor.finance. I'll leave a link in the description below. But basically, they do some research on these projects and kind of look into the team. They look into the code, they look into different things, and they just make sure it's somewhat reasonable. But again, guys, it still is able to be hacked, and it's not a one-all be-all. Another thing you want to look for is audits. Audits do help, but those are not a one-all be-all. And usually the audits will show up on there. Like here, for example, on Iron Finance, it says, oh, we're audited. Okay, well, that's great. And then you have something that's not really like yield farming, but something that's like the non-degen yield farms. Degen yield farms are going to be like your Iron Finance, Polycat, and what are the other ones? Polycake or Monopoly. Those are going to be the most risky. Now, the somewhat middle risky are going to be like your Quick Swap, Sushi Swap, Aave. Those are middle risk. Well, I wouldn't consider middle risk, but again, guys, you have to it's still risky, so you don't even get a least risk on this, because guys, you are dealing with DeFi, and there are a lot of rug pulls that can happen. Well, I guess you can consider Aave least risk, or Compound or a Curve, is because they've been around longer, but they are still risky, so keep that in mind, guys. And now, once you have all those strategies and ideas of the different projects, now you have to figure out what they're doing and what the rewards are. So get into the protocols, get into the websites, look into what they're offering. Like, look, this is offering 50% APY, 28% APY, 63% APY. Is there other rewards that can compound that? Are there other websites that can help? There's things like Beefy Finance or Auto Farm. They will pay you in their native token and increase the gains on it. So like you can see higher percentages over here. Like say for example, look at this. Iron USDC, 2001%. But if you go over here and look at their farms, it's only 303%. Sorry guys, I had to get rid of my face. But you guys can see what I'm saying. It multiplies and increases it because they're also able to pay you in other tokens as well, like their native token, and you can use that to stake and earn more. You can take advantage of these different protocols. The yield optimizers is what they call them, and they have several different ones. They have things like Beefy Finance, they have Auto Farm, they have Harvest Finance. Guys, there's so many different ones. There's not just a one all be all. So you can check into the different websites and see the different strategies, guys. DeFi is a bunch of different Legos, and you can build the house however you want. You can make it 10 stories, 5 stories, 2 stories. You can do whatever you want, guys. That's what I love about DeFi is you can play around with it and customize it in any way you want. They're literally just Lego blocks, and you just got to make them. But you guys got to be careful, guys. You need to look into the Twitters. You need to look into the Telegram. Look into the Discord. Ask some pointed questions. You can even check them out on YouTube, on some of them on their social media page. See if you can find the developers. If they have developers behind them, well, then there's usually a face behind it. Those are a little bit better than anonymous ones. Anonymous ones aren't always a scam, but they're more risky because there's no name or a face to it. So they wouldn't care about just being like, oh, bro, I don't care. Rug pull. So you guys understand those concepts. And now another thing you guys want to understand is, guys, when you're farming the degen tokens like these, like elk, polywhale, guys, they're tokens that you don't really want to buy because all these, just think of the concept of yield farming. You deposit a token and you get paid in the token to earn it. Now, that token has no use case whatsoever. The use case is you get paid in it. That's it. So look into the tokenomics, see how it defends it, or see how they build the value into it. Like for example, this one, they use the token to earn USDC. That's great. That's a good incentive. But say these percents go lower, that's going to incentivize people to sell it and dump them on the market. So there's no use to buy these tokens. Don't buy what you can earn. But again, guys, this is not financial advice. I'm just kind of giving you guys some tips and pointers throughout yield farming. Another thing you want to check is TVL. TVL is good. The higher the TVL, it's not more secure, but the more proven it is. If you're looking at ones that are under $1 million market cap, or I'm sorry, $1 million TVL, a lot of people haven't trusted it. A lot of people haven't tried it. The reason why this is something important is, well, he's got $392 million. He hasn't rug pulled by now. But again, guys, he could still rug pull, or they could change it. You want to make sure they don't have the, I think it's called the limiter code or something. Basically, what that means is where the tokens are deposited or held into custody, the guy can swap the tokens with a piece of junk token or swap the contract address. So you need to look into the ether scans and make sure they can't swap it. And typically when it's something like this, when it's higher TVL, it's not as likely. But again, guys, it's not one all be all, guys. You're playing in DeFi, you're playing with degen yield farming. There's a reason for these high APYs. Guys, pay yourself as soon as you can and play. You can play with the house's money. Try not to play with your money on these. That's why I'm saying I wouldn't really recommend buying them because these tokens will go to zero. Let me just show you the classic chart of a degen yield farming token. It literally comes around $2, $3. Everyone gets hyped. This is so cool. It goes $24, goes all the way down to like $7, and goes all the way up to 25. And now we just go on to steady slope all the way to basically zero. Guys, this will probably go to zero pretty quick. But you guys can understand when you're using these degen yield farms and these degen tokens, these farming tokens, if the market is very volatile, these tokens are going to get hurt the most. So you want to look for something that you can earn. Like with QuickSwap and SushiSwap, The reason why they're middle risk or not as risky is because you're earning the native token and it has a more of a use case, and it's understood as a bigger protocol and has a higher use case for it, and it's good for governance as well. And if you think about it, do you want to be over a project like Polycat Finance? Well, I'm not saying Polycat Finance is bad, but the point is do you want to have a share of a doo-doo company or a great company? I'm not saying Polycat's bad. I'm just trying to relate apples to apples for you guys so you can understand. A good example is, would you rather have Aave tokens or would you rather have Polycake tokens? I'm not saying Polycake tokens are bad, but they are not as proven as Aave. Aave, everyone, that's like a household name. That's like Walmart, Target, Publix. Or if you hear someone say, yeah, go to the local Shivbov. What is that? I mean, I've never been there or never been to that grocery store, and it doesn't have as much of that confidence behind it. But anyways, guys, that's another thing you guys need to look for and be aware of the times. So if the market's really volatile, it's tough to get into degen yield farming. You probably want to look at something like an Aave or a Compound or a Curve and farm with stable coins. That's why I mainly use stable coins in the yield farms that I go in. Like this one is farming for stable coins as well. And I also use things like Beefy Finance and Auto Farm is because they auto compound the yields and they just make it easy for me. I don't have to withdraw. I don't have to go deposit. It's just all automatic for me, and it does that for me. Yes, you have to be aware of the fees and whatnot. So guys, be careful with those and be aware of those. But guys, you can take advantage of the systems that they have. And when they give you the extra tokens, you can dump them and exchange them to as that incentive and have that extra bonus and pay yourself. And if you're bullish on the project, you can hold it and you can even stake it. Like for example, you can earn extra auto and you can stake the auto token. So it's like, what the pants? Why not? You can just stake it and earn some money. Anyways, guys, that is a quick tutorial and a quick update on yield farming on Polygon and just in general, guys. Be careful in the world of DeFi. It's a lot of fun. You can do a lot of cool stuff, but guys, you can lose a lot of money. So try not to risk a lot into it. So it's one of those things like you can invest a little and make a lot, because these are the type of yield farms that go crazy. Anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you do the 4 things: like, subscribe, bell button, leave a comment below saying you subscribed. You'll automatically get thrown into a drawing to earn $100 in free BTC. Proverbs chapter 25 verses 17. Seldom set foot in your neighbor's house. Too much of you and they will hate you. Man, that's so true, guys. You know you've overstayed your stay when they're throwing shoes at you. By the way, dogs, if you guys want to check me on TikTok, you guys can check me out on TikTok. I do daily wisdom one-liners there as well. I'll put a TikTok handle in the link in the description below. I think that's what it's called. That video. All right, guys, if you guys want to get some free BTC, here is the quadruple threat. Guys, there's a link in the description below. You can sign up for Celsius. You get $40 in free BTC. I get $40 in free BTC. It is a win-win. And if you enter in any of these codes, this is for a limited time, you will get an additional bonus of BTC, guys. You cannot beat that. The next in the quadruple threat is Voyager. Guys, when you sign up for Voyager, deposit $100, you will get $25 in free BTC. Need I say more? Probably not. The next one is Blockfolio. This is also in the link in the description below. Deposit $100 and you also get $25 in free BTC. In both for Blockfolio and for Celsius, you will be earning interest on the money you deposit and interest on the money you receive in the bonus, as in the BTC. And the final one that's in the link in the description below of the quadruple threat is crypto.com. Guys, when you get or reserve the metalcrypto.com Visa card, which is the Ruby one and up, you will get $25 USD paid in CRO. Guys, you got to check out these bonuses. Lots of fun. Thanks for tuning in.